just with a show of hands, how many people had a great Thanksgiving weekend? Let's see. Okay, without saying anything, though, I'm going to call on Mr. Bunny. Tell me one thing that made it a great weekend. Spend it with family. Excellent. That's what made my go down here today. Is that everyone in this room, we're kind of like the school family. You guys are important to me, and I know you guys are important to each other. One of the things we want to talk about is cafeteria and how we go about following the dragon dues when we come in, how we go about eating while we're in here, cleaning up, really showing that everybody in here is important to each of us. So that if I'm sitting at the same table with Rain, she knows I think she's important by the actions that I do. That's kind of what we're talking about this morning. Who could raise their hand, wait to be called on, and then tell me, if I wasn't sure what the expectations were for the cafeteria, where can I figure out where they are without getting noisy? Posters. If we want to show that we're being responsible Christian, what are a couple of things that the posters will tell us?
Clean up.
Yep. And? Quiet voices. Actually, today what I want to focus in on is the quiet voices and the cleanup. Those are two areas that I feel like we're not following what those dragon dues are. One of the things that when I've talked with Joe the engineer, he said, with 4th and 5th, I'm finding a lot of paper on the floor. I'm finding milk cartons left on the tables. We're old enough to be responsible to make sure that we clean up that area that we're sitting at. I'm not asking if Tiana's sitting over here at this table. She doesn't have to go and clean up over there. Kids at that table can do it. She just needs to check this area, make sure that all of the papers from her are picked up. Check the floor, make sure if anything got dropped, it gets picked up. That'll make it much easier for Joe when he comes to clean to finish it up. The next thing was quiet voices. Mr. Hauser does not have any. The rest of you just stay seated and listen to hear. Let's see if it sounds like quiet voices. Okay, let's stop for a second. Let me get someone from Amias' table. How did they do? So, oh, I like the thumbs up. Great way to show it. I would also give it a thumbs up. While they had a chance to kind of talk and visit, they did it at the right volume. Now, not doing what they're supposed to do. Do I expect adults to come over and yell at you? No. Here's what I would expect the adults to do. Let's pretend that this table's not doing what I want them to do. So I'm going to come on over, and again, with a quiet voice, I'm going to try to give them a redirect. Okay. So if we tone it down, it'll make it so that everybody can. Okay? So my redirect is going to be something that's, let's try to tone it down. I know you guys can do better. So who could raise their hand and tell me, what are some things that you're going to work on today when you come for lunch? Jamie. What do you mean? Can you tell us a little bit more about what quiet means? Okay, so keeping it down more like a whisper so that everybody gets a chance to talk, but so that everybody gets to hear what's going on. Kavina? Okay, if there's any trash by your table, you're going to help clean up the table there. I want to talk a little bit about what the dismissal is going to be. And then I'm going to let individual teachers work with your groups on where kids are going to sit. With dismissal, we know where the stuff for dismissal goes. When your group is ready, you've shown that everything is clean on your table, the floors are clean underneath. The lunchroom supervisors are going to dismiss by tables. So here's what that could look like. I see that you guys have cleaned everything at your tables. Why don't you guys take your trays up? Everyone else is going to stay seated. No one else is getting up except for the table. That would be this table. So you guys come on around. When you're done dumping your tray up by Miss D, you guys are going to come right back down and you're going to sit in the exact same place. You guys did a good job.
How to follow the dragon use while you are still seated and it's dismissal time. Great job. Okay, wait until you can go. What does that look like? Okay, everybody's sitting in their seat. What does it sound like, Damien? Still quiet. What we will do is we will basically give you chances to earn choosing where you sit. Okay? So what you'll have little snowflakes, each room. Okay? So when you do a great job with dismissal, like you just practiced, a single file line, walking back to your tables, and working on that voice volume, when we see a class doing a great job following the dragon dues at lunchtime, your class will earn a snowflake. Okay? The snowflakes will go up on the wall. When your class has 10 snowflakes, that day then, you will be able to choose where you sit within your class.